how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about my November reading plans. Let's get started. Before we do get started though, quickly, let's hear about today's sponsor. GlassesUSA.com. Other Jordaline, take the mic, please. I am so thankful and grateful to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much, GlassesUSA.com. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Just kidding, I did, because my glasses are that good. Let's get serious though, okay? Because by cutting out the middleman, GlassesUSA.com makes finding glasses so much easier. Listen, I have been wearing glasses since I was 5 years old because I don't look good in contacts. I just wanted to show on the record that contacts and me, no, but I've been wearing them since I was 5 years old. Glasses as an adult honestly has been such a stressful and horrible thing, which is why I love that Glasses USA is so affordable but also encompassing. They have over 10,000 different pairs of eyeglasses, including sunglasses. They have such beautiful styles. By cutting out the middleman, GlassesUSA.com offers over 10,000 prescription glasses and sunglasses, including in-house brands like Muse and Amelia E, which are these glasses by the way, and designer brands like Ray-Ban and Gucci. Shopping online at GlassesUSA.com is a risk-free shopping experience. Free shipping and returns, 100% money-back guarantee. Also, are you feeling overwhelmed by choice? GlassesUSA.com also offer a quiz you can take, which only takes about a minute and suggests the right pair of glasses based on your face shape and your needs. So something that I really wanted and needed was blue light blocking lenses. GlassesUSA.com offers a collection of advanced blue light blocking lenses. They're ideal for protecting your eyes at home, at work, and outdoors, as they also include glare prevention and UV block. I'm honestly somebody who is really paranoid and concerned about how blue light affects the brain and how it affects sleep. The blue light protection was like a must-have when I was ordering my glasses. Glasses USA even has a virtual try-on, and it helps you find the perfect pair of glasses. So Glasses USA, like I said, sent me these frames, which I'm sorry, are literally stunning. I'm realizing that this kind of angular upwards type of frame is really what suits my face shape the most, and I love it, dude. I love them. Haven't had like a thin wire pair of glasses in a while, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've kind of missed it. Like I feel like a librarian a little bit. These, by the way, are called the Amelia E Mauve in the shade gold. They're literally stunning. They also sent me these frames by Ototo Olympian in black/gold. You know, prestigious, snooty. I think I would wear these glasses. The piece de la resistance, these sunglasses, which I am also obsessed with. They are, oh my god, I look so cool. They are Muse Delias, and they're in the shade brown/turquoise. They are prescription as well, so I can fully see everything. I can see you, I can see me, I can see everything. And I don't think I've ever looked more cool. Ooh. Thank you so much to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. Please check out the link in my description to their website, where you can find, again, over 10,000 different styles of glasses that come at very extremely affordable prices. Additionally, they always have sales, so you're always getting the best deal on frames and on lenses. Check out the link in the description. Check out GlassesUSA.com. They're a really great company. Thank you so much. Let's get into the video. Let's get to the video. Okay. Wow, what a beautifully compelling advertisement on this channel. Thank you so much again to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. Now, TBR. Am I prepared for the end of the year? No. First of all, I have to talk to someone in management because I don't know how we're already in November. I don't get it. So if we could just have somebody from like higher up talk to me about it, like maybe give me some kind of idea of like what the fuck is going on. I would love that, to be honest, because I'm confused. Like I said, we're talking about my TBR today. I have way more books than I thought that I would have. I have an ambitious stack, but I always say that. I say that literally in every single TBR video. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. Okay, let's stop dilly-dallying. Let's stop fucking around. Let's find out. Let's start talking about my TBR for November. First of all, we have to talk about my Patreon book club pick. If you don't know, I have a Patreon. You probably do because I talk about it all the time. But if you didn't know, I have a Patreon. You can sign up every month for whatever tier and get little exclusives like reading sprints, early content, exclusive content. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out my Patreon. You can also join our book club, where this month in November we are reading Misery by Stephen King. How in the name of Lucifer did I end up with this as my November pick? I literally don't know. So if you're confused, I'm confused. I put it on the poll on the Patreon and it fucking won. What the fuck? I've never read Misery. I've started reading it. I never finished it. The movie is one of my favorite movies. I love it. Kathy Bates is an icon in that film. I really want to read this. Now, in case you're like, what is that novel? First of all, what rock are you living under? Second of all, sweet angel baby, you sweet summer child. Let me tell you, this is about this guy, right? His name is like Sheldon or something. I forget. Paul Sheldon. He's like, you know, in his car and it's like winter and it's crazy or whatever. And he's like an author, right? And he gets into an accident. Poor Paul. Is he gonna be okay? Yes, because luckily this woman named Annie Wilkes rescues him and like nurses him back to health. Like she literally drags his like corpse-like fucking body through the snow to her own fucking house that's like close by. And he wakes up and he's like, where am I? And she's like, don't worry, Paul. I saved you. You're welcome. Also, I'm gonna like nurse you back to health because you're so sick. Paul was like, this is kind of nice of this lady. Then he finds out that Annie is a very, very big fan. Perhaps too big of a fan. It's literally iconic. It's stunning. I'm so excited to read it, even though it is just like the mediocrity of the thriller horror genre, but I also still kind of love it. Maybe it's not mediocre. Maybe it's just lost some of its like shine. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing for my Patreon. Again, the link to my Patreon will be down below if you want to join. Let's talk about the other books I want to read. One of those is Pinata by Leopoldo Gout. Now, you probably saw this already because I talked about it in, I think, my Halloween TBR, and then I also talked about it in the reading vlogs, specifically I think day 1. I read the first 30 pages and then I literally didn't pick it up. I definitely do want to continue on with this in November. Now, in case you've again been living underneath a rock or you're new to my channel, in which case, hi, I'm Jordaline, your big sister. This is about this woman named Carmen. She goes to Mexico with her children, right? Because she has like this new job. She's like a little construction manager thing. I don't know. She's in Mexico with her kids and she's like, oh my God, this is the perfect way for my children to like connect with their heritage and their culture, until things go horribly, horribly wrong. And Carmen is like literally like sacked, like she's fired. And so her and her kids have to go back to the States. But something may have followed her across the pond. Oh wait, no, it's not across the pond. They're like literally connected. But something follows her, and I'm wondering honestly if it's this fucking guy, because if it is, that's iconic. Now, speaking also of reading vlogs, especially reading vlogs that like nobody asked for, with the release of House of the Dragon, which I'm like literally obsessed with, I thought, how much fun would it be if I like reread Game of Thrones and like all the books or whatever, and then also read Fire and Blood and did like a little reading vlog or whatever. I'm thinking about reading Fire and Blood by George R. R. Martin and then A Game of Thrones by George R. R. Martin. Listen, I was thinking of doing a reading vlog of my reactions to these. I've already read this one, but I haven't read this, and I thought it would be fun. But then I was also literally like, nobody asked for that. You're not a fantasy channel. Why would anyone care about that on your channel? So here I am again, you know, just a girl in front of a boy girl non-binary person, tell me what you think. Would you want to see me read George R. R. Martin's books? Or are you like, no, I don't care about that kind of content from you. Please allow me to know. Thank you so much. You're literally an angel. But either way, I'm obsessed with House of the Dragon. I'm back in a phase of loving everything A Song of Ice and Fire. That there are like periods where I will just go like head fucking first, like balls deep into the lore and like the history and the character. I will sit there and watch video after video of like theories, like ideas, of like summaries of like everything about Song of Ice and Fire. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm in that kind of mind frame again. Like I'm there. So let me know. Anyway, I also plan to read in November, and this is like more concrete because I've already started it, but The Hunger of the Gods by John Gwynne. First of all, look at this fucking cover. Are you dying? I'm fucking dying. Okay, first of all, a few things. Number one, I don't know that much about John Gwynne. I don't know much about him as a person. I know that he is adorable. I know that he looks like a Viking. And I know that he like reenacts Viking stuff. But I am like obsessed. Also, he's British. Like, I'm obsessed. Anyway, so I read the first book, The Shadow of the Gods, and I am in love and obsessed, and I need everything else by this man immediately, if that could be made possible. I love that. So basically this is like high fantasy set in this like Viking-esque, Norse-esque fantasy world where like back in the day, the gods were like alive and like just horrible, right? But now all the gods are dead and like everybody hates the fucking gods. Like nobody is like, yay, let's pray to. No, they were like, fuck those fucking gods. They ruined everything. And if you're caught worshiping the gods, trouble. Death, okay? Like they do not like it. So we're following 3 different people. It's a mixture of like a hero's journey, revenge, action, character driven. It's everything you want in a book. If I'm being honest, my heater just turned on. That's great. I'm going to be reading this in November and finishing up the reading vlog I'm doing for this series. Again, something that nobody asked for, but something that I'm doing because I'm literally fucking obsessed with it. Also, technically, this is like a buddy read that I'm doing with my patrons. In October, I read The Vessel by Adam Neville, and I was like, you know what? Like, Adam Neville really knocks it out of the park when he knocks it out of the park. Otherwise, I don't usually like his stuff. But I think what it is, and the theory that I have, is that I like Adam Neville's stuff if the main characters are women. If they're men, no. Anytime I've ever tried to read a book by him that has like main characters that are men, I hate it. Although I think that might have just been one book. But anyway, I have The Reddening by Adam L.G. Neville. I bought this book forever ago and I never read it. But then I was like looking at my shelves, like, what am I gonna read? Bleh. Hello? Hello? Like, of course I'm gonna read this. I really enjoy Adam Neville's writing style, especially again, when he writes women, because I feel like he writes women better than he writes men, which is crazy to say. I know it's crazy, but it's kind of true in my heart, in my head, in my opinion. Now, this is like a folk horror moment. So in The Reddening, we're following 2 women. One of those women is named Catherine, and she's just like escaped her past trauma, right? By moving to the coast. And she's like moved to this beautiful like little town. Everything's gorgeous. Everything's beautiful. And then she finds out that there's like a horde, that's the word used, of human remains found on the island, like not that far from her house. And then Helene is this woman who's like quite disillusioned. She lost her partner. She's like a single mom, which I guess is like a theme. Now she also lost her fucking brother, which is like a super bummer, although it was like 6 years ago. But before her brother died, he recorded a bunch of like weird noises in their area. Nobody knows what it is, and it's like super disturbing. And these things draw her to the caves, right, within her neighborhood, a site where early humans butchered each other across 60,000 years. Upon the walls, images of their nameless gods remain. So I think the two women are gonna meet and try to, I think, maybe like solve the mystery of what's going on, like why people are being murdered, like what's happening. I don't know what to expect beyond that. I'm excited though. Let me know down in the comments if you've read this, because I would love to know what you thought of it. A part of me wants to give every one of Adam Neville's horror extravaganzas a chance. I haven't read that much folk horror, but I'm interested, you know, like I could get into it. Maybe after I read this, I will become like obsessed. Maybe folk horror will be like my new John Gwynne, you know? Now I have this, I don't think I've hauled it yet, but either way, I'm really, really excited for it. And that is Daphne by Josh Malerman. Who the fuck is Jason? This I think is like a YA novel, I think, but it's like a slasher YA novel. The inside flap says horror has a new name, Daphne. A brutal, enigmatic woman stalks a high school basketball team in this reimagining of the slasher genre. Our main character's name is Kit. So Kit is almost done high school. She's like this close to finishing high school, and she's on the basketball team. At the beginning of the novel, it's the last summer Kit has with her basketball team. Before one of the big games, one of the players tells this ghost story about this girl named Daphne who was murdered. So everyone's like, oh my god, it's so spooky. Or Kit is like, that's all bullshit. It's like, whatever. Some of them say that she was murdered, and then others say that she herself is a murderer, and that Daphne is still out there obsessed with revenge, and that Daphne reappears to kill again. Now, Kit is like, nah, that's bullshit, probably. But then as her teammates start to go fucking missing, her teammates literally start to vanish. And Kit is like, this is suspicious. This is weird. And so it says, mixing a nostalgic coming of age story with an instantly iconic female villain with an innovative new vision of horror, Daphne is an unforgettable thriller, as only Josh Malerman could imagine it. I'm excited, to be honest. I've heard very, very good things about it, so I have no doubt that it's like literally amazing. I don't know. I also have this book, which I've had for a few months, and I really wanted to get to it because I just really want to read it because I love the cover and it sounds like my kind of thing. And that is The Library of the Dead by T.L. Huchu. This cover just speaks to me on every single level. Like, I love it so much, and it's basically like the only reason I want to read the book, but also because the plot seems cool. I'm pretty sure that this is like a mixture of horror and fantasy. Maybe it's like a dark fantasy moment, but in this we're following this girl named Ropa, and Ropa dropped out of school because she was like, I'm just going to be like a ghost talker person. Now she speaks to Edinburgh's dead, okay, delivering messages and stuff, and like that's how she makes her living, just being like a little psychic girl. And then the ghosts start like talking about this other thing, about how there is somebody bewitching children, leaving them husks, empty of joy and life, which is fucked up. But it's in Ropa's city, so she feels honor bound to investigate. It says that it's The Sixth Sense meets Stranger Things, and like I don't know if I take that seriously because these books are never actually like those things. Like it's never that simple. But either way, it sounds so fun, so cute, but also maybe like, you know, action adventure type thing. I don't know. I'm just like a fantasy girl now. It's like no big deal. I just like love fantasy. The last two books that I have are ones that I want to read because they're sequels. So first of all, of course, we have The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. This came out like a week ago, and I can't tell you how fucking excited I am for it. In case you don't know, this is the sequel to The Atlas 6, which is like a dark academia fantasy thing about these people who get recruited to like study. I don't know, it's like a whole thing, just like look it up. But this is the sequel, and I really want to read it. Then I have Killman Creek by Rachel Kane. This is the sequel to Stillhouse Lake. If you read Stillhouse Still House Lake last month for my Patreon, and it was so fucking good. I loved it personally. And so I knew that I had to have the second book, the third book, like I need every single book in this series because it's so fucking good. I really fucking love it. Now, in case you're like, what is that? Basically, it's like a series of, I think, like mystery / like thriller books about this woman who was married to a serial killer. Like, she comes home and she finds out that like the police and everything are there, and they're like, your husband is a serial killer. We're pretty sure that you helped him. And she's like, absolutely not. I had no idea. But literally nobody believes her. Like the whole internet, everybody is like harassing this woman, even though she's been found to be like innocent. She has to like go into hiding with her kids. It's literally just crazy because she's having to deal with like her husband who's like a psycho, but then also like this like mob of people who just fucking hate her and would love to see her like die, like literally fucking die. And so I'm excited to continue because the last book I was just like, who is it? I'm suspicious of everyone. Everyone is suspicious. And I love those kinds of books because it's never easy to know who's actually like fucked up. Last but not least, I think I might add to my TBR this book, which is Little Eve by Catriona Ward. I don't know. I read the inside bit and it kind of has the same vibe as everything else I've chosen. It kind of has this like rural, maybe like culty kind of feel. It's about this isle called Altnahara. It's like on the coast of Scotland, right? And there's a clan there that is preparing to bring about the end of the world and its imminent rebirth. We're literally about to go into like some cave type shit and like be amongst like these culty people. And honestly, I do kind of love cult horror, like horror about cults, but it says that Adder is coming and one of their number will inherit its powers. They all want the honor, but young Eve is willing to do anything for the distinction. A reckoning beyond Eve's imagination begins when Chief Inspector Black appears to investigate a brutal murder and their sacred ceremony goes terribly wrong. Soon, all the secrets of Altnahara will be uncovered. It sounds kind of fucked up. It sounds kind of fun. I also haven't seen that many books from the point of view of like somebody who's been like indoctrinated into a cult. Anywho, so thank you, my friends. My family, my familia, Thank you so much for being here, for spending this time with me. It's been so much fun. Let me know down below what you have planned to read for November. If you are going to read any of these, if you've read any of them before, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your opinions. Your opinions are so good and beautiful, unlike mine, which are dirty and nasty. What am I talking about? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit. We talk about creepy shit. We talk about the fucking hunger of the gods and fucking Daphne and shit. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Also, thank you to glassesusa.com for sponsoring this video. Bye.